Good morning, students. Welcome to Max class. Today we are going to see combination. Combination is another method of counting. So last class we saw permutation. Permutation is also countable, counting the objects. So combination is also counting the objects. So now, what is combination? First we can see what is combination. Take your book, page number 179. Combination means number of selections or a grouping of objects. Okay, so we are going to select the people or grouping the object, that is selecting the object or grouping the object is combination. Then what is permutation? Permutation means arrangement or listing of the object. Okay, so again I'll tell you, permutation means number of arrangements and combination means number of selection or grouping of objects. Okay, now where to use? So if the order of object matters, so if order matters, then we can use permutation. Order does not matter, then we can use combination. Okay, now what is your permutation formula? NPR. How to denote? NPR. What is combination? NCR. Okay, so permutation means NPR, combination means NCR. Then I'll explain you with an example. So first example, in a game of cricket. Okay, so we are going to take a cricket game. Now, what is mean by permutation is the number of batting lineup of 11 players out of the 15 players. So out of this 15 players, we are going to line up the 11 players. So line up na, first is yours, second you, third fourth you, like that. Line up, we are going to line up how many players? 11 players. So that is your listing. So listing na, it is called permutation. Now what is combination? The number of teams consisting of 11 players out of 15 players. So out of 15 players, we can choose first 11 to make a team, correct? Now again, leave the first person, choose next 11, we can choose another team, correct? Again, leave the first 2 person, we can choose the 11 person out of 15, that you can form a team. So number of many teams we can form, that is your grouping of object. Okay, so permutation means arrangement or listing, and combination means selection or grouping. Okay, so the remaining three examples are there, so go through that three example, you can clear with this permutation and combination. Now, what is your NPR formula? NPR formula is n factorial by n minus r factorial, right? So, your combination formula is NCR equal to n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. So what is your combination formula? NCR is equal to n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Okay, so we can see some property. The first property is NC naught, which is equal to 1. So what is your NC naught value? 1. NCN value is 1. Okay, now again we can write next property n c n minus r. So we can write this n c n minus r as n c r. I'll explain you with an example. Suppose if it is 9 c 7. Okay, so suppose if 9 c 7, you can write this as 9 c 9 minus 7, that is 9 c 2. So you can write this 9 c 7 as 9 c 2. Okay, so இது ரெண்டையும் subtract பண்ணி you can write like this. Next, and your next property, if NCX equal to NCY, then x equal to y or x plus y equal to n. This is your property. What is that property? If NCX equal to NCY, then we can write either x equal to y or x plus y equal to n. And your next property, NCR plus NCR minus 1, which is equal to n plus 1 CR. So we can write this NCR plus n in NCR minus 1 as n plus 1 CR. Okay, so we are going to, and have to find out shortcut. Okay, actually this is a formula, that is n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Okay, so without using formula we have shortcut method, that also I'll tell you. Suppose if we want to find out 7C3. Okay, so without using formula, how can we find out now? Starting with the 7, we have to take 3 numbers descending. So 7 into 6 into 5. Okay, again divided by, starting with 1, you have to take 3 numbers, 1 into 2 into 3. And if you simplify this, that is your final answer. One more also I'll do. 9C5. So how to do this one without using formula? Starting from 9, we have to take 5 numbers descending. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting with 1, you have to take 5 numbers. And if you simplify this, you will get the answer. Is that clear? Take your exercise 4.3, first problem. And your question, if NC12 equal to NC9, find 21CN. So what is given here? NC12 equal to NC9. So using this, we are going to find out 21CN. Okay, so here we are going to use one property. What is that property? Is if NCX, this one. Okay, if NCX equal to NCY, then x equal to y or x plus y equal to n. Okay, so we are going to use this property. So we can use this. See, x is 12, y is 9. So to find out your n value, we can add this x plus y. Okay, so 12, that equal to x plus y equal to n. That is implies x value 12, y value 9, which is equal to n. That is n is equal to 21. So if we know your n value, we can find out your this one, 21CN. So 21CN is equal to 21C, n value is 21. So NCN value is 1. So 1 is your final answer. Now, second question, if 15C, and I think your second problem is also as like your first problem. So second problem is your homework. Now take your third problem. It is given that NPR is equal to 720. If NCR is equal to 120, find N comma R. Okay, so what is given? NPR is equal to 720, NCR is equal to 120. Using these two terms, we are going to find N and R. Okay, so first we can take NPR is equal to 720. Correct? Okay, what is your NPR formula? N factorial by n minus r factorial, which is equal to 720. Is that right? Okay, next. What is given? NCR is equal to 120. What is your NCR formula? N factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial equal to 120. Is that right? So what we are going to do is we are going to divide these two terms. Okay, so that is n factorial by n minus r factorial divide n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial, which is equal to 720 by 120. Okay, so this uh, n factorial cancel, n minus r cancel, so you will get, and similarly here also 0 0 cancel, and this is 6 times cancel, so only r factorial is remaining. Taking to the numerator, you will get r factorial, which is equal to 6. Okay, wow. So again, r factorial can be taken as, this 6 can be taken as 3 into 2 into 1. Correct? 3 2s are 6. So 1 into 2 into 3, we can take it as 3 factorial. Since there are factorial both sides, we can take r is equal to 3. So r equal to 3 is your answer. We have to find out your n value also. Right? So substitute r is equal to 3 in equation number 1. We can take this as equation number 1. Okay, so what is that? N factorial by n minus 3 factorial, which is equal to 720. Okay, so how can we write this one? N factorial, n into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 factorial by n minus 3 factorial, which is equal to 720. Correct? So we can cancel this n minus 3 factorial, n minus 3 factorial. So you will get n into n minus 1, n minus 2, which is equal to 720. Correct? Now this 720 can be taken as, see, n minus 1, n minus 2 are 3 consequent numbers, right, sir? Right? So you have to write this 720 as 3 consequent number. So if you take LCM and C, you will get 10 into 9 into 8. So 10 into 9 into 8 is your 720. Okay, this is also 3 consequent number, and this is also 3 consequent number. Okay, so we can take, therefore, comparing this two side, you will get n is equal to 10. So n equal to 10 is your final answer. Now take your fourth question. We want to prove that 15C3 plus 2 into 15C4 plus 15C5 equal to 17C5. So we are going to prove this one. What is that? 15C3 plus 2 into 15C4 plus 15C5, which is equal to 17C5. So first we can take your left hand side. So what is your left hand side? 15C3, 2 into 15C4 plus 15C5. Correct? So again, you can write this one as 15C3 plus 2 15C4 are there. So you can split and write 15C4 plus 15C4 plus 15C5 plus. Okay, so again, okay, if you combine this two, right, see here, if these two numbers are equal and is this 3 and 4, you can write the bigger number. So here you can write this as 15C3. Okay, here we are going to use one property. So see here, NCR plus NCR minus 1 equal to n plus 1 CR. So if these two numbers are equal and two consequent number, then you can write that as n plus 1 CR. So here 3, 4, 15, 15, correct? So we can write this as 16 C, bigger number is 4. Similarly 15, 15, 4, 5. So we can write this as 16 C, bigger number is 5. Again this 16, 16 are equal, 4, 5 consequent numbers. So we can write this as 17C, bigger number is 5. So 17C5, that is your right hand side. Hence it is proved. Okay, so we used the property and we got the answer. Next, fifth question. We want to prove that 35C5 plus summation R is equal to 0 to 4, 39 minus R into C4, which is equal to 40C5. And this is also as like your previous problem only. Okay, so first we have to simplify this. So we can take your left hand side. So what is left hand side given? 35C5, correct? Plus R equal to 0. So inga 0 போட்டிங்கனா 39C4. Next R is equal to 1. 1 போட்டா plus 39 la 1 போச்சுனா 38. So 38C4. Next again 2 போட்டோம்னா 37C4. 3 போட்டிங்கனா 36C4. 4 போட்டிங்கனா 35C4. Okay, so as like your previous problem, combine panni you are going to write down and this one. So here if you see 35 irukka, so eppadi eludhalam adha 35 idu first eludikalam C4 plus this term 35C5, the remaining okay 36 aduthathu 36C4 plus 37C4 plus 38C4 plus 39C4. 35 4 5. So 35 enna agum 36, bigger number 5, so 36C5, correct? Plus 36C4 plus 37C4 plus 38C4 plus 39C4. Okay, so again you can write this as 36 4 5. So the 36 enama maridum 37, bigger number 5, so 37 plus 37C4 plus 38C4 plus 39C4. Okay, so again 37 4 5. So the 37 enna aidum 38, bigger number 5 plus 38C4 plus 39C4. Again this will become 39C5 plus 39C4. This will become 39 is 40, bigger number is 4, that is 40C5. That is your right hand side, hence it is proved. Is that clear? Okay, so now take your sixth problem. It is given that n plus 2C8 is to n minus 2P4 equal to 57 is to 16. So what we want to find is n. Okay, so ratio is given. Using this ratio we are going to find out. So in the ratio, how can we write? N plus 2C8 by n minus n plus 2C8 by what is the question? I made question mistake. This is n plus 1 and this is n minus 3. So this is n plus 1 by n minus 3P4 equal to 57 by 16. Okay, so if you cross multiply you will get 16 into n plus 1 C8 equal to 57 n minus 3 P4. So okay, now NCR NPR formula we can use. Okay, now 16 into What is NCR formula? N factorial. So n plus 1 factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Okay, which is equal to 57 into, this is NPR formula, n factorial by n minus r factorial. Okay, so again we can write this as 16 and this we can write this as n plus 1 factorial by 8 factorial into n minus 7 factorial equal to 57 n minus 3 factorial by n minus 7 factorial. So we can write this n minus 7 factorial as 16 and this we can write it as n, okay, this n minus 7 factorial will get cancelled. So this n plus 1 can be taken as n plus 1 into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 factorial by 8 factorial equal to 57 into n minus 3 factorial. So n minus 3 factorial will get cancelled. Okay, so what will be remaining? N plus 1 into n minus 1 into n minus 2 equal to 57 into 8 factorial by 16. Okay, so again if we simplify this one, we will get 57 into 8 factorial na 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 by 16 cancel. So you can write 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. So what you will get, which is equal to, okay, now this one 3 4 5 6 7, correct? So this 57 can be taken as 3 into 19 into 7 6 5 4 3, correct? Again if you take this one, 7 3s are, see, 7 3s are 21, 5 4s are 20, 19, again which 7 3s are 21, 5 4 6 3s are 18. Okay, so we can write the left hand side as n plus 1 n minus 1 n minus 2. Okay, now n plus 1 n minus 1 n minus 2, here is also consequent numbers. So comparing these two terms, we can take n is equal to 20. So n equal to 20 is your final answer. Seventh question, prove that 2nCn which is equal to this expression. So we are going to prove this one. Okay, now so if we take your left hand side, can we use a formula, NCR formula? Okay, now what is your NCR formula? N factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial, correct? So now we can take our left hand side. So what is your left hand side? 2nCn which is equal to this factorial, that is 2n factorial by n factorial. 2n la n pochuna n, again n factorial. Okay, now again this can be taken as, this 2n factorial can be taken as 2n, அதோட previous number 2n minus 1, அதோட previous number 2n minus 2, etc. up to 4 3 2 1 divided by n factorial, correct? Now we are going to separate even numbers and odd numbers. So separate even and odd and even terms. Odd and even terms. So here, what are the even numbers? 2n, 2n minus 2, etc. up to 4 and 2. Correct? So we are writing that one. What is the even number? 2n, 2n minus 2, etc. up to 4 into 2. And what is odd number? 2n minus 1, 2n minus 3, etc. up to 3, 1. Correct? Yes, divided by n factorial, n factorial. Is that okay? Now, can we take any common terms from the first term? Yes, because 2 is common all over. So we can take 2 from here, 2 from here, 2 from here, 2 from here. So we are taking 2 power n times outside. So what will be remaining? N into n minus 1, n minus 2, etc. to 1. Correct? We are taking 2 outside, and n2 we are taking outside. That is why we are writing this as 2 power n, and this is as it is, 2n minus 1, 2n minus 3, etc. up to 3, 1, divided by n factorial, n factorial. Now this is also as like 2 power n, and this you can write it as 1, 2, 3, etc. up to n. How can we write? N factorial. This one as it is, 2n minus 1, 2n minus 3, etc. up to 3 into 1. Correct? So again, denominator is as it is, divided by n factorial, n factorial. Right? Now this n factorial will get cancelled. So what will be remaining? 2 power n into 1 into 3 into etc. up to 2n minus 1, 2n minus 3, 2n minus 1, divided by n factorial. That is what we want to prove. Okay, that is your right hand side, hence it is proved. Is that clear? Your eighth question, prove that 1 less than or equal to n, then n into n minus 1 cr minus 1 equal to n minus r plus 1 into n cr minus 1. We are going to prove. Nothing we are going to do, just we are going to apply the formula and we are deriving the other side. That's all. Okay, so let's see the solution. First, we can take your left hand side. What is your left hand side? N cross n minus 1 C R minus 1. Okay, so for this N C R, can we use a formula? Yes, so N as it is. Now, N C R formula, N factorial by R factorial into subtracting this 2, n minus 1 minus r plus 1 factorial. Okay, again if we write this one, n into n minus 1 factorial by this is r minus 1 factorial. This plus 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. So you will get n minus r factorial. Correct? So again this one, n into this we can write it as, okay, so one more step, multiply and divide by n minus r plus 1. Why we are multiplying and divide by n minus r plus 1 is, left hand side we are having that term n minus r plus 1 term. Okay, so we are going to multiply and divide by n minus r plus 1 term. So this term will change, n into n minus 1 factorial into n minus r plus 1 divided by r minus 1 factorial into n minus r plus 1 into n minus r factorial. Is that okay? Now again this we can take it as n into Okay, look at here. This one, n into n minus 1 factorial. Okay, so n into n is, suppose n is 10, n minus 1 na 9 factorial na, 9 factorial into 10, you can take it as 10 factorial, correct? So this, combining this two term, we can write n into n minus 1 factorial as bigger number factorial. So 9 factorial into next term as it is. So this one, n minus r plus 1 divided by this one as it is, n minus r minus 1 factorial. Now combining this two term, what is this one? N minus r plus 1. This is n minus r. So n minus r order n minus r plus 1 is a bigger number, correct? Again we are using the same formula. Okay, so bigger number factorial we have to write. So we have to write the denominator as n minus r plus 1 factorial. Now here again you can write this as, take it this outside, n minus r plus 1. So what will be remaining? N factorial by r minus 1 factorial, n minus r plus 1 factorial. Now this one, no need to do anything, that one as it is, n minus r plus 1. Okay, now instead of this, okay, so instead of this I'm going to write n c r minus 1. Okay, now look at here. If we apply combination formula NCR minus 1, what is that? N factorial by r minus 1 factorial, n minus r plus 1 factorial. So is that both are same? Yes. So for this one we are writing the formula, that is NCR minus 1. This only we are going to prove, that is your right hand side, hence it is proved. So here more or less you have to keep two properties you have to in your mind. What is the first property is bigger number, that is n into n minus 1 factorial, which is equal to bigger number factorial. This is one, that is we are applying after this step. Next, instead of this we are writing NCR minus 1, because NCR minus 1 and this are one and the same. Using the formula, these two are one and the same. Today's session, that's all, and your homework is example 4.46 to 4.50. Thank you, students.